morning. Easter Sunday morning. I'll get her to throw in a little clip. I just recorded like 4 or 5 minutes or so without the microphone on. I feel dumb. Anyway, maybe she can cut out all that talking. So yeah, out here at the farm today. Mosquito flew by. It's that time of year, I guess. I got some logs got to be sawed, some pecan for a customer. Yes, it's Easter Sunday. Yes, I got things that need done. Unfortunately, it's just the way it goes. There's always something to do on the homestead. This week is going to be perk test, fencing, and getting these logs sawed, all before I go back to work. So yeah, I'm going to try to get as many of them done today before lunch. We're doing Easter lunch, dinner, whatever you want to call it, and then we'll just see how the day goes. So yeah, I gotta get to work. I gotta put some new blades on, get the mill set up, get some logs on it, get to cutting. Stay with me. I'll be glad to get this thing under another cover, like shelter, just so I don't got to keep covering it up. Glad I got one now. Hey! Bird decided to So it's only been covered up for a couple days. Luckily there's no eggs in it, or I'd feel really bad about turning it apart, but I can't have them building nests in my sawmill. Got too much work to do. Just so you know, if you're new to sawmilling, I highly recommend using gloves for this part, blade changing. I've cut myself many times. I used gloves when I first started, and thank goodness I did, because I shredded those gloves trying to get this figured out. I have done it enough times that I feel pretty comfortable doing it without, but even every once in a while I still have gloves on when I do it. But these things are really sharp. Another thing, for those who don't know and are thinking about a sawmill, with band mills, change your blades regular. Get extra. Don't rely on one blade. You won't get anything done with one blade. You'll push that blade till it's bad, and it will break, and it won't be worth anything. Just buy yourself 10 to 15 blades minimum. I've got 3 different brands, 15 each. Just trying them. I've decided to stay with the Lennox and the Wood-Mizer brands. Not knocking some of the other ones I haven't tried yet. I just find that those two seem to resharpen better for me. I resharpen my own blades, and as long as you don't push them to the point that they're so dull they're getting hot, you'll be fine. You'll be able to resharpen them and be able to get a lot of wood cutting out of them. But if you start pushing them until they get hot, guys, the blades just won't last. You won't be able to resharpen them. They won't be worth anything. So I change my blades up pretty regularly depending on what species. And some people's like, well, man, you ain't getting no time out of a blade. No, you're not. But you get a lot of life out of it if you take it off, swap it, and resharpen it out. Because that's the life of these blades. They don't cut great after they start getting dull. And they'll still feel sharp. But when that wood starts getting hot to the touch, and that blade starts getting hot to the touch, when you're done sawing, it's getting bad. They're getting dull. They're too hard. It should fall through there like butter. You shouldn't have to push that mill hard at all. So I'm going to get this on. you can kind of see. I'm not going to show you exactly how to adjust my mill. Every mill is a little different. Blades tend to stretch just a little bit. They tend to get a little out of shape sometimes. The belts and stuff do. Every one of them might need a little bit of adjustment. If you buy a mill and you decide to get one, check your mill's instructions on how to adjust your blade. But don't be surprised if you buy a pack of 10 blades from the same company, same size, and one may be just a little longer or a little shorter, and you have to adjust the whole setting. I've run into all the time. They'll be just maybe a 1/4 inch or an 1/8 of an inch. But an 1/8 of an inch, when you're talking about torques, can cause this blade to ride forward or backwards. So always look at each blade individually and rotate it to make sure it's going to ride right. This always takes about the longest of anything that you'll do, averagely, is setting each blade up just right. Okay, so it normally don't take that long to set one up. It can take a while, but it usually don't take that long. I had a piece out of adjustment in the back. I guess it got out of adjustment probably the last log I sawed when I took the set tension off of everything. Because you want to detension your blades and everything when you're done sawing for the day. But everything looks like it's riding good. If you hear a loud noise when this thing runs, I got a bearing. It's not bad, but it's dry. It's sealed bearing. I can't do nothing about it. I got some others when that one finally stops that I'm gonna put on it. It just makes noise. It's just the way it is. If I had greasable, I would be able to grease it, but those are all sealed bearings, so you ain't much you can do. And it's done it from the time I put it on there, and I've had it on there probably 6 months now, and I've sawed quite a bit with it in those 6 months. It makes noise. It rolls good, it just makes noise.